What's up, guys? Hope y'all doing good today. It's a fine Saturday, and I'm just gonna fold some laundry. Probably say something a little bit. I just got this mic. Let me not say I just got it because I had it for around 2, 3 weeks, but this is my first time opening it. Ironically, my girlfriend got me another set. Where is it? Right here. So we had the same idea, but at this moment, I'm just going to use this one. This is the one I bought for myself. That was the one she got me. So I'm just going to test this out, see how it works. So I don't actually have to be right at my phone, like recording my voice or anything like that. So let's just see how this works. All right, man. So here we go. I added it right here. I think I did it right. It seemed pretty intuitive. So I believe y'all can hear me. But in the background, I'll just be doing my laundry. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. All right. Say less. So how y'all doing, man? I hope y'all doing all right. Hope y'all having a good Saturday. I'm personally I'm not gonna say I'm hanging on because I pay much attention to how I'm using my words. But today has been a chill, relaxed day and kind of a recoverance from this past week in the markets. And that's kind of what I just wanted to speak on today. To be honest, this past week, my performance and it was pretty lackluster, if I'm being honest. But to get back into what I was doing, which was my laundry, I hope this recording doesn't stop mid video because of my storage. But we'll see. Hopefully, this works though in my favor. But guys, this week, and not only this week, but the past few weeks, and let me not stop there, for the past few months, and let me not stop there, for the past year, I can't even express how many setups that I've missed. I mean, it's been pretty insane. I mean, setup after setup, setup after setup. I continually miss, I willingly miss, and it's due to various reasons. Sometimes I'm not paying attention. Sometimes I get fearful. Sometimes I'm just not willing to take the risk. Sometimes, I don't know, I just don't feel like risking my capital and putting myself through that mental framework of just being in a trade and trying to maintain it. I'd rather just stay outside. Just missing so many setups, it kind of gets you in a state of FOMO, which I'm sure you guys have heard of. Fear of missing out. After missing so many trades, it's like I have to compensate for this because this X amount of money that I missed out on is, I mean, it sucks. Like, who wants to miss out on, like, imagine like a potential $200 trade. So picture you have a table set in front of you, and it was just $200 just on the table. Think about what you could do with that $200. I mean, use it for investments. Shoot, take yourself out to eat. You and your girl, you and your boy, whatever it is, out to eat. Shoot, 2, 3 meals with that. I mean, it's that gas money, just extra money for savings, extra money for shoot an emergency, extra money just to have it, extra money to give to someone else. Just extra money, like just $200. That whatever you want to do with that $200, you have the access to do with it. But the $200 is on the table right in front of you, and you have the opportunity to grab it. But you only have a few seconds, and if you don't take advantage of the opportunity, the money's gone. Like, it just disappears from the table, and that's pretty much what it felt like because I've been trading for I believe it's been around or almost like 4 years at this point. And seeing how much I've progressed throughout the years, seeing how much I progressed throughout the months. Like I look back 6 months ago in my journey, and I realized that I progressed so much, not only from a technical standpoint, but psychologically, in and outside of trading. Like I've grown a lot throughout this journey in trading, and it's just interesting. I put in all of this mental work. I put in the hours. I put in so much sacrifice really for these markets, and not for the markets, but for myself to capitalize from the opportunities the market presents. So, um, like I was saying, with that state of FOMO, with that in mind, that's kind of what set me back this week. Mm, there was a good 3 or 4 setups that I missed out on. A good 3 or 4. There was an AU trade. GJ trade was beautiful. Missed out on that. EJ was okay. I didn't really favor that one. Gold, I had like at least 3 or 4. I mean, not 3 or 4, like 2 or 3 setups that I missed. It was mainly those three that was really that sucked that I missed, because especially the GJ one, guys. When I say I had, it was looking clean. Price action was clean. When I say an hour before I was supposed to take the entry, I had my arrow tool. I pointed it that it was going to come up. It was going to pull back to the specific point on my trend line. This specific point, I had a circle and everything. Showed my girlfriend and everything. I was like, telling you, it's going to come up. It was essentially a pullback and push type of setup. So I was showing her, and I was like, I was documenting it. It's like, all right, this is what it's going to do. It's going to continue. It's going to pull back, and then it's going to continue that bullish move. And this is where things go wrong, because something I also forget to do is set alerts. I continuously forget to do that, and I was so pissed that I didn't set an alert. But what happened was I came back to my room. I was just chilling and whatever, about to go to the cafeteria, and then I checked my phone. Price went exactly to that point and pushed, and I missed my setup. I missed the move. So seeing that, I was very much upset, because this is not something that's happened once. It's not something that happened twice. It's not something that happened 5 times. It's not something that happened 10 times. Like, it continuously occurs so many times. Like, why am I missing so many setups? What is going on? Is it a lack of focus? Is it a lack of just paying attention? Is it a lack? Is it being careless? Like, what is going on? And so that move eventually played out and hit. I don't think I placed a TP for that one, but it did make a nice bullish move, and I was a little upset just seeing that, just missing out on that. So there was another trade I was looking at, which was gold. Gold made a huge bearish push this week, and I mean, it pushed crazy, pushed crazy. I tried to get into some setups this week, waiting for some pullbacks. It never gave me a pullback, so it kept pushing to the downside. Now it went to this certain low, right, and it started getting choppy. Once it started getting choppy, I started to try to find some sort of way that I can get an entry, at least for one trade for the week, because with all the money, how much money I missed out on, I mean, it's ridiculous to not get in one trade to try to make some sort of money. That was kind of the mind frame, which is the worst mindset to have in these markets, because if I'm getting into something because of the money, I'm already in drawdown, because my mindset is not in the right place. But that's pretty much was my mindset at the time. Looking at my personal and my funded was is 200K. I was down like 5K at the time, and my personal was around $700. So I was like, I can make a bag off this trade. I can make a bag of it. Because gold, it doesn't have to move much for me to make a good profit. So I did get in shorts on gold when I did see price move in a certain direction. It kind of made some sort of structure. I was looking on the 15 minute. And this is the dangerous part of trading that I've endured so many times, and I caught myself in it this week, which didn't play out in my favor because, like I was saying, my mindset wasn't in the right place. So, being that I went into trade looking at the money directly, and that was the main thing I was looking at, I I looked at the overall structure. It was obviously bearish, but at the time, I was only looking at the 15-minute time frame. I was looking at the 15-minute time frame. I was waiting for a close. Not only that, I was up. I think I was up 2 or 3 in the morning. I was just not being mindful. It's the best thing I was not being mindful. I was in it for the money. I can look back and definitely say that. And not only that, things outside of trading was just definitely playing on my mind and just didn't put me in the right framework to be in the trade because other things in my life got me, I don't want to say in an emotional state, but in an emotional state because I was a little upset over something else. And I don't know if that played into the markets, but we all know that trading on an emotional mind or an emotional mindset or just being emotional in general, just it's not gonna play out in your favor most of the time. But when you have being emotional and then looking at the money, I'm already blindsided. So I went in with the 15-minute time frame. I told myself repeatedly, I even wrote this down in my journal. Don't look at one sign to get in a trade. We wait, we go into 15, we go into 30, we go into hourly. We look and we shift and we make sure everything aligns with each other. We look at the moving averages, we look at the candle confirmation. Every single thing, we look at the higher time frames, make sure we're not at a key level for a price to potentially reverse. But guess what? I looked at one sign, 15-minute close. It closed bearish, and I was in funded and personal. Um, Another thing, I didn't even track my risks. One thing I learned from a book called Trading in the Zone, many of you probably heard of, was one key value that I learned from that book was predetermining your risk and the importance of it, and how many traders don't do that, especially beginner traders. Don't predetermine the risk. They go into the trade just risking a certain amount, not knowing that if they were to lose, how much they're going to risk or how much they're going to lose specifically. And I went into that trade not predetermining my risk at all in the slightest because as soon as I got in, it reversed. It went the other way. I was like, oh, shoot. Okay. I looked at my P&L on my funded. It said negative 2,000. I was like, what? Because I was looking at the 15-minute. It wasn't even a drastic move. Like it reversed just a little bit. I was already down 2,000. So I'm just there puzzled. I'm looking at the charts and I'm a little like ticked off because how am I losing my 2,000 that quick in a matter of seconds? And I wasn't expecting to lose 2,000, but just seeing how prices fluctuating, it ended up coming up even more. So at that point, I closed, and I closed negative 3,000 with my funded, and I lost around 300 with my that's it 300 3,000 with my funded, and then 300 with my personal. I haven't had that type of emotional reaction since like my freshman year in college, and I'm a senior now. Like when I say I was about to grab my phone and throw it at a wall. I was so upset because not only because I lost money, but because it makes it even worse when you lose money and you don't follow your rules. It's like you're dumb. I was looking at myself. I was so upset, man. I was so upset. I stayed up till like 3 in the morning. I have class the next day, so I'm upset over that too. Then this, guys, this is another thing. This is, oh man, this is good. This is good. This is another thing I learned from trading in the zone. But the the danger of association, of associating one bad thing with multiple other things. And going back to what I was saying earlier, I didn't have the best day, which left me already in kind of an emotional state at that point. So guess what I did, guys? I, no lie to y'all. As soon as I lost that trade, I was pissed. I was about to throw my phone. I'm like, bro, oh my gosh. Shut off my computer, shut off everything. I was like, bro, F this. I'm going to bed. I was so upset. But here's what I did. I associated this negative moment to, I was thinking about what happened earlier in the day, which was negative in itself. I was thinking about this thing. I was thinking about how I'm not proficient in this. I was thinking, how am I going to be a successful day trader? I was thinking how much money I lost. Here's what else I associated it with. I associated it with a losing streak in my chess. Guys, I play chess a lot. I have a chess app on my phone. I'm on a losing streak. I lost like 4 games in a row. I even associated it with that, which made me even more upset. Guys, I associated a negative trade with a chess game. With a chess game, bro? But it got me even more negative, and it kind of built off of that. It was a negative snowball almost, where I was associating one negative thing with this negative thing, with this negative thing, with this negative thing, which all kind of formulated and aggregated together, formed this snowball. It kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Where the following day, so this would happen on Wednesday night. The following day on Thursday, I completely shut off. I turned off my phone, do not disturb the whole day. I was barely even talking to my girlfriend. I shut off, guys. I tuned everybody out. I stayed in my room after my classes and didn't. I, I will say I worked out, but after that workout, I went to my room and I just took a nap. I didn't come in with the intention to take a nap, but I just laid on my bed, just thinking, just thinking, because I'm not where I want to be in life, not only from a trading standpoint, but from a personal and a professional standpoint. There's so many things I need to work on, which is also something I associated with that negative trade. But with all of those things going on, and just that I'm not where I want to be, I was just I was just so negative. And I took a nap, which I needed because I was already tired. Like I mentioned, stayed up 3 in the morning prior, and typically I wake up at 6 in the morning. So just being in that deficit of sleep, I took a nap, and I took that moment, I took that night to kind of regather myself, because when we're just in a state of go, 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 I gotta reach my dreams, I gotta reach my goals, I gotta get this trade, I'm on go mode every day. Guys, I show you guys my habit tracker. There's certain things I have to get done every day. And it's not one thing, it's not two things, it's not three things. It's like 8 tasks that I need to complete by the end of the day. And I have a limited amount of time to get all of that done. It was just a lot. Just like I said, in that go mode, in that state of just go, 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 you kind of lose yourself. That's kind of what I did this past week. I lost myself. I ended up slacking off on many of those habits. I only worked out like twice this week. I missed out on 3 days of my dental assistant course. I journal, I think, only once this week in my trading journal. And this is me just being transparent with you all. I'm not perfect. Um, I wish I was sometimes, but I'm not perfect. I slacked off this week, and I was just, it was weird because I'm in a go mode, but at the same time, I'm slacking off. So you're being progressive, you're going, but you're not going anywhere. It's a weird place to be in. So I had to recollect myself. I had to gather myself and redirect myself in the right place, not only in my actions, but mentally, in the state of mind, where I'm not only thinking about money, but I'm thinking about the system, I'm thinking about the process, and I'm just thinking about the everyday tasks that I need to get done. If I'm able to complete these certain amount of tasks in my day, that's the definition of success. Not the money that I generate in a day, not the money I generate in a week, not the money I make in general. It doesn't determine my success. Which most of us believe money is the direct link to success. But success is so colorful. And I believe that if you associate success with money, you'll never be satisfied because money comes, money goes. My mother always tells me that money comes and money goes. If you win money, you're going to feel on top of the world. You lose money, you're going to feel like, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I had to reposition myself into thinking in the right way, in the right framework to conquer the next week. I also had to give myself grace for this past week because of how much I've slacked off, how many setups I missed out, how much money I missed out on. Just, it wasn't a good week. It wasn't a good week. I have to give myself grace for that, so that I can, um, just look at myself in the mirror, reevaluate, recollect, redirect, and go beast mode into next week. So, with all that said, I just want to tell you guys my potential plan, and I'm still thinking, but this I'm just planning on potentially. I don't know if trading demo would really help me, but I'm thinking these are all thoughts. But I'm thinking about trading a demo account for maybe a week or two and trading every single setup, every single setup that catches my eye, every setup. It's just to see where I could end up P&L wise, risk to reward wise, winning rate wise, like all these metrics to really evaluate how do I stand when I'm really taking every setup that I like. Every setup that I see, I'm just taking it. I'm not overthinking, I'm not over rationalizing, I'm not stepping 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. I'm just going full in. And I just want to kind of analyze what that looks like because I don't do that and I haven't done that, which has been a real pain for me because I believe that I'm hindering my process. I'm really hindering my potential as a trader because of how many setups that I'm missing, how many setups I willingly miss out on. And sometimes just certain things in life that pull and tug your attention and time away from trading. I can't let that be an excuse and I can't let that get in my way, in my path, because at the end of the day, I know what I want in life. So I can afford to have something take me away. Even if it's one trade, I can't let something take me away from my path. I know I have to be here and I have to be present. I have to be in front of the charts. That's the best way for me to optimize a trade and get in and be in successfully without stressing, without over rationalizing, without getting sidetracked, without being distracted. Is to be by myself in front of the charts, completely active and fully vigilant and observant. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. But next week, trust me, I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna do better. This past week was a failure. I'm gonna flat out say it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It was a failure for me. But all good things stem from failure. I want you to know that. Trust me, I know it. I've failed multiple times before, but I noticed that every time I fail, it inspires a level of thought and ideas that transpire into the next. It's like a new chapter. It's like I laid the new foundation after failure, after a moment of crisis, if you want to call it, even though it's only a week or a month. It just sets a a new path for me for this following week and for the weeks ahead. I'm not going to, but you guys, that's pretty much it. This is a calm Saturday. Just wanted to drop off some thoughts with you all. I definitely want to make another video just going a little more in depth of what I talked about today. I didn't want to go fully in depth because I just wanted to talk about everything else that's going on in my life and this past week. But yeah, that was a cool little video. Cool little video. Another thing I mentioned, I've been slacking off on the content. So we gotta keep pushing that too. The reels, the videos. So therefore I'm taking my time where I could be listening to a podcast, I could be studying, I could be doing whatever while doing my laundry, I could be listening to something. I'm taking this time to, instead of absorb content, but to make my own content. To maybe potentially inspire someone. Someone may be looking at this, shoot, 20, 10, 20, 30, I don't know, however many years from now. Even myself, I inspire myself sometimes. Just looking at the many challenges that I face and many things that I've overcome throughout my life. So if I can inspire at least one person, whether that's myself or somebody else, I believe that it's worth it. Because at the end of the day, all this is for is to give value, whether that's for myself or for somebody else, to inspire, to motivate, to encourage, to continue thriving, because not everybody can succeed, but everybody can succeed. If you know, you know. Trust me, I'm going to be that one because I put myself in the right framework. I make the actions. I do the work. You can be successful too. Shoot, we can be successful together. Let's make it happen though. Let's make it happen. It won't happen if you don't take action, if you don't have a belief, you don't have a vision. So, guys, I'm just going to conclude the video by saying, appreciate you guys for watching. This is just a little bit of what I've been going through, and hopefully this can inspire some thought within you as well, inspire some ideas, and propel yourself into a new motor, or use a new motor to propel yourself to the next level. I'll say it like that. But guys, I appreciate you guys for watching the video, and enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy this coming week. Enjoy the trading week. The market's looking great so far. So, peace.